Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing my brand new Rippton Catch X Mini with GPS. I've bought this bait boat after doing a lot of research and looking into some of the cheaper end ones, and this is the one that I've settled on. It ticks all the boxes for me. It also comes with GPS and I can also set programs with it. I'm going to do some more videos once I actually get out with this to tell you how to use it, how well it's working for me, and a proper used review. But for now, I'm going to open the box, and as you can probably see, it's all still sealed up. Not been into it. It arrived this morning, and yeah, I've been itching to open it all day while I've been at work. So here we go. And this already is looking very nice. So hopefully you can see that. In the pack I've got the charger, I've got the antenna for the bait boat, I've also got some spare propellers and a manual. There's the charger. Yep. And then the boat itself. And it is actually bigger than I expected. I know it's only a small boat. I think it's got a capacity of 1.5 kilos, which is more than enough for me. But it does look a lot bigger than I expected, in a good way. Oh, now that feels really nice. It's light, but it's almost got a little bit of heft to it as well at the back with the motors. You can feel the sort of weight distribution in it, and it does feel pretty solid built, that. Now you might notice it looks a little bit like the Future Carping Intrepid bait boat. Apparently Rippton did make the hulls for Future Carping, but from what I've read, the only similarity between the two is the outer shell and the fact that they also have the Rippton cover on. Apparently the electrics in this are completely different to the ones that are in the Future Carping boat. Some people complain about the look of it, but I think it looks quite smart. Sort of carbon fibre features, 2 little lights on the back, and this big light bar on the front. One of the things I've struggled to find out about is how bright these are. I really want to know how good it's going to be for me at night, and I haven't seen any in use in the dark videos, so that's something that I'm going to look to do as well, so that you guys get to see that as well. That's nice. I'm impressed with that. So first impressions of this boat are really good. There's quite a few little features on this that I've spotted already, and a couple of nice touches. Not only does it have this lovely carbon finish and the general overall feel of it, underneath here, which is the handle, there's a nice little rubberized chunky bit underneath so that it's not sharp on your fingers and you get a good grip for when you're lifting the boat out of the water. Nice touch, that. You've got a little rubber plug on the top here and one on the top there. Underneath there, there's a threaded portion. That's where your sonar arm fits. The one on the front, I believe, is for fitting a bait spreader. So if you want to buy a bait spreader, part of it fits on there, and it's nice and solid. The load compartment underneath, the hopper, I think is quite a good size. I know they say 1.5 kilos. That's quite a nice size hopper. That it looks good. It feels sturdy. The battery cover has got a little screw on it. You just wind it out, pop the cap off, and you've got your battery compartment. One thing I have noticed is there's no rubber gasket on there. I know they do sell like uprated ones that you can get from aftermarket suppliers like GS Tackle and places like that. I'd have thought there'd have been a rubber gasket on there to stop any water getting in through that compartment. But that said, the inside of the compartment is sealed, there's a gasket around where the plugs for the battery go. So if any water was to get in there, it shouldn't be able to go anywhere unless you absolutely flood the boat. And then I think flooding that compartment is probably the least of your problems. All feels very, very well made. So we've got the antenna. Get the knife out again. I will have to buy a bag for this, I think. Probably live in the box to start with, and then I'll find a bag that's suitable. And again, I'll let you guys know what's good. I do have a Nash Subterfuge rucksack, but I think this may be a little bit too big to go in that, so I might have to look for a specific carry-all for it. I have heard that the bags that Rippton sell for it aren't very good. They're about £50, and they're just like a normal hold-all from what I can gather, which, you know, I want something that's going to be padded and protect it. Now, interestingly, I've got two antennae. Got a little one and a big one. So sorry guys, I forgot to finish emptying the box out, and I've just realised there is some more bits hidden in the bottom. I was wondering where the remote was. So still in the box, hidden away a little bit. I've got the battery. There's another charger. I don't know whether one's for the handset and one's for the boat battery, I imagine. And the handset. I'll have a look at the handset first. So I've got two antennae, one for the boat and one for the handset. Big one for the boat, little one for the handset by the look of it. That feels quite nice, that. So, as part of this, you've got a one-handed remote to use, so it's nice and easy. You can let line off when you're letting the boat out. There's a little trigger on the back, a little thumbstick, and then you've got enter, escape, A, B, that's for your GPS. There's also, looks like a timer and something else. And then there's a little light. The top bit is so you can attach your phone, because this bait boat does work with Rippton's app. So the remote itself only gives you 2 saved GPS locations. However, if you use the app, you can save unlimited amount of locations. You can control the boat from the remote, you can control it from the app. One of the really big things for me when I was looking into these boats was the cheaper manufacturers like Boatman do some really great products. I've got friends that have used them. I've had a look on the owner's sites. Loads of people are really, really happy with them. The Actor bait boat didn't fit what I wanted. I liked the top load central hopper. I wasn't overly keen on having a flick open back door and it dropping out, and then a little centre one. The Actor Plus and the Vulcan were on my radar. They do cost a little bit more than this one cost me. They do have GPS and everything the same, but you would have to manually map lakes, as in drive your boat round using a deeper. This bait boat can be set up to do an area scan, and your deeper or their own hydrobat will talk to it and map the swim out for you. It'll mark locations where it finds fish. All you have to do is set up the area you want it to scan. Off it goes and does it automatically. At this price point, that is the only bait boat I know that does it. All the other ones that do it, like your deeper quests and things like that, are significantly more expensive. So that was kind of the selling point for me as to why I got this. I did look at also things like your Ridge Monkey Hunters, but they didn't have the GPS function and they are smaller than this. I think for some of the waters that I fish, the Hunter would be a little bit too small. Not necessarily for the capacity of how much bait it can carry, but more for if it's windy, choppy. One of the waters does get quite rough. A bigger boat like this, I think, will be a lot more stable. I'd be a lot happier putting that into the water than a smaller one. Also, it's not going to take up as much space in my car, whereas a Boatman Vulcan that I believe is quite a bit bigger than this would. So, in the bag, you also get a long antenna and a small antenna. The small antenna fits onto the boat, the large antenna goes onto the remote. These fit quite simply, just slot on, screw it down, no need to overdo it, and then you can turn it. You can drop it down if you need to, or have it all the way up. Nice and easy. You could remove it if you wanted to. If you've got a proper carry bag, just put it down like that to stop it getting damaged. And then the same with the remote. It just screws on. As such. And then again, you can bend it down, lift it up, whatever you want. Quite neat. I quite like it. It does feel, this doesn't feel like the heftiest thing in the world, but the bait boat really does feel solid. I'm really happy with it. So that is a Rippton branded charger for the remote. Now these batteries, I believe, are 7,500 milliamp hour. They're supposed to last 2.5 hours. Sorry, not 2.5, 2 hours. And yeah, I have been tempted to buy another one. Now, direct from Rippton, I think they're quite expensive, but I have seen them on offer for about £50 for a spare battery. I haven't bothered yet getting one, because one, I don't know how much I'm going to actually use. I might not need a spare battery. And two, the remote only lasts for 3 hours. So, I suppose if you're using the app, then yeah, it lasts longer. Okay, so the battery is now inside. I can turn it on and show you how to do it. This remote is really, really simple to use. You've got a little display on the front. You've got a joystick. You can also push that in, which is for setting your home point. You have an enter escape, A and B for your GPS points. If you're using the app, you can set unlimited. Just off the remote, you've got 2. You've got a hopper drop button, and you've also got a cruise control. That's your power button. You hold it down and it turns itself on. So you press and hold, and there you go, it's powered up. If you are turning the lights on, you can just simply press it once and the lights will come on. So to turn the boat on now, we've put the remote on first, press the silver button on top, all the way down, you get 2 beeps, and then a longer beep once it's connected to the remote. Just like that. This is now connected to the boat. So as I said, you've got forwards, backwards, left, right. Press in, and then you press enter, it'll set the home point. Press it in and press one of your buttons, A or B, that'll set your spots. And then you've got your hopper drop. Press and hold, the hopper drops. Gives you the lights to indicate as well. And to turn the lights on and off on the boat, you simply click that button, the lights come on. If you want to be stealthy, click them, turns them off. It's super simple. I can't get over how simple this bait boat is to use. I really can't wait to get on a session with it and show you guys it in action. So just to show you guys around the boat. As you can see, it's got some nice graphics and carbon fibre detailing. I think it's a good looking boat. Some people don't think so, but I think it looks pretty smart. As you can see, you've got your lights on the back. There are some rudimentary guards, but I think I might get some proper weed guards for that. Then as you can see, you've got the rubber bung point for attaching your sonar arm. You've got this little piece that flips over, so you can drop your rig in, your line comes through back here, close that up, job done. Your line will drop straight through. More details on the side, your aerial antenna, and then you've also got your battery location. So you literally undo the screw. You do get a spare one in it as well. And inside there is your battery connection and your little battery. Just screw that back together. And on top, you've got another bung point. That is for bait spreader. And then you've also got the power button, which you push all the way down. You've also got the battery indicator. So if I turn it back on, push the button all the way in, you get the long beep, and there you go, 3 bars of battery. So really simple. Show you the lights from the front. That is really quite bright. I think you'll easily fit a kilo of boilie in that if you wanted to. Yeah, super happy with it. So just to show you how bright the lights are on this bait boat, initially I will do a test outside at some point. Here you go. That's pretty bright, that. I'm impressed. So as you can probably tell, I'm really happy with this bait boat. I will be taking it out on my next session and giving it a go. Hopefully I'll get some videos and I'll be able to upload them and show you guys what it's capable of. For now, I really hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you have, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and tight lines.